Good afternoon, judges. Our company is MycoRemedies, a soil remediation company that is focused on restoring the harmony between the soil and the plants for a sustainable, healthy ecosystem. My name is Matt.
My name is Dylan Budeau.
My name is Alex Alexander.
And my name is Kinsley Anderson.
We actually wanted to open today talking about a recent catastrophe, the Ohio train derailment. As we all know, toxic spills have been something that we've been dealing with for decades now, and this is just one of the many examples. We live in a pretty unpredictable nature of today's industrial world, and this Ohio derailment outlines the need for the constant progress in environmental innovation.
When spills like this occur, those responsible have to report the event immediately and begin cleaning up to avoid significant fines from the EPA and also legal consequences. One major issue with this is the negative environmental impact of all the traditional soil remediation methods. They can release harmful gases and often degrade soil quality. Most of these cleanup options are also high cost, requiring significant energy, infrastructure investments, expensive chemicals, and excavation of huge amounts of soil.
There are three common methods being used for the cleanup of contaminated sites are thermal, chemical, and excavation remediation. Thermal remediation uses heat, chemical remediation uses chemicals to break down the toxins, and excavation is the physical removal of the soil. Thermal and chemical will also sometimes use excavation. Each remediation method has its own strengths and weaknesses, and the appropriate choice of method depends on the site-specific factors. Our product is a tree sapling with its roots encased in mycorrhizal slurry that is made from growing samples collected at a contaminated site. This combines tree roots with mushroom spores to remove plastics, heavy metals, chemicals, along with oil and gas combination from the soil. It is actually cost-effective and very low maintenance. It utilizes a symbiotic relationship between trees and mushrooms to allow the trees to flourish in a highly toxic environment, where it otherwise would not. While different methods can be used to clean different toxins out of the soil, they will also strip the soil of the nutrients needed to regrow. With our method, it cleans along with truly reviving the ecosystem at the contaminated site.
By treating contaminated soil with fungal and tree combinations, the soil will naturally remedy itself and allow for the regrowth of flora, saving businesses time and money on expensive excavation and disposal. Our method invests in the permanent restoration of the environment and not just the incomplete quick fixes currently available.
Superfund sites are the area of contamination that require the most drastic remediation effects in order to protect the public health and the surrounding ecosystem. A map of these sites shows where they are located and the severity of the contamination. Although there are many other contamination sites, these toxic sites are severe enough to require government intervention and funding. This is the process that soil remediation companies have had in the past. Mycorrhizal soil remediation is gaining traction in the market due to its effectiveness in restoring contaminated soil. Its adoption is expected to grow in the coming years as more companies and industries prioritize sustainability and environmental responsibility. With its proven track record and potential for long-term benefits, mycorrhizal soil remediation is poised to become a go-to solution for soil remediation.
So our company would work with suppliers to purchase the pine saplings and the raw materials, and then that would be processed by a lab technician in a rented laboratory that we got. And with the NASA patent and the correct equipment, the centrifuge and the sonicator, we could produce plenty of mycorrhizal mushroom slurry that would be mixed into the roots of the saplings, packaged and shipped over to the landscape contractor, which would most likely be local to the contamination site itself. The site managers would pay us for the job, and we would pay the landscaping company a small fee for the installation. Our sales plan involves targeting these Superfund contamination sites, and in this projection, we're given a conservative estimate for the number of jobs and the size of the jobs. As you can see in year one, if we only completed one job that was 1 acre, we would have a loss of $58,000. In year two, if we got 2 jobs that were 2 acres each, we would profit $300,000. And as the opportunities increase, the company's profitability increase both in magnitude and in margin. So to summarize, our overhead is so low that we could achieve a profit within a relatively short amount of time for a startup, but our yearly expenses, the lab equipment rental, etc., require us to meet that break-even point, which for us is one job at 1.5 acres.
Our product creates a mutually beneficial relationship between the soil and plant life. This synergetic relationship greatly enhances the plant's growth and survival using a mycorrhizal network. We stand out because of the unique benefits of MycoRemedies. It removes the largest range of contaminants at a low cost, requires no soil removal, remedies future contamination, and restores the natural ecosystem.
With enough innovation, collaboration, and persistence, we can build a healthier future for us all.